Walter Jennings, Vice President, Corporate Communications at Huawei Technologies in Shenzhen, China.
So what are you doing here? What brings you to this place?
Well, first off, the amazing content. It's a great show and it's very enjoyable. Second, I was asked to speak. I run influencer relations for Huawei globally, focused on the corporate reputation, not on the products. So I was asked to talk a little bit more about my program. And finally, quite a large number of my influencers were attending and speaking at DES because it's the place to be, and so I thought I would come and support them.
And what do you think the people that have listened to you will learn from you?
Look, what I spoke about earlier this morning is how if you're going to do influencer marketing for a product, it's great to do it in a series of one-off transactions. But if you're trying to build the reputation of a corporation, you have to target people that you can build a long-term relationship with. And what I then did is I peeled back and exposed some of the greatest lessons I've had and some of my biggest failures and what you can learn from those experiences.
So could you give me a headline, like the main sentence of your speech?
Certainly, it's about relationships and how you can expand your corporate reputation by engaging with influencers if you target them correctly and then work with them to build a community and a long-term relationship.
We talk a lot about future here, about technology, digital world. How do you see this?
Look, Huawei, many people know from our great smartphones, but the biggest part of our business is building the infrastructure that delivers the internet in 170 countries around the world. So we're working towards a future of 5G, which will allow upload and download speeds of 25 gigabytes per second, which will enable virtual reality, augmented reality. It will allow autonomous vehicles. It will allow the sharing of data, and it will allow the Internet of Things. So where I work at Huawei, I many times feel like I'm sitting there observing the future, and then I come to an event like this and I see how all of the numerous companies that we partner with are operationalizing that to bring it to consumers every day.
What about the human contact? Are we missing this human contact and we are just like this future will just be about having machines and robots, or are we going to take people with us again?
Look, go back to the 1950s when the automated kitchen came along and there's the dishwasher and the oven and the food processor. It just makes some work easier, faster, and it gives us back time. What it gives us also is incredible insights and new options. My son is 14 years old, and when he's 35, he'll be able to perhaps edit a movie shot in Hollywood on his phone while being on the metro in Hong Kong. It just provides whole new opportunities. I never thought my 83-year-old mother would be spending real dollars on Candy Crush Saga, but she loves it and it's created new industries. So I think that what we're going to find is that it will enhance life. Otherwise, we as consumers, we're not going to buy it.
And what about artificial intelligence? Like, how do you feel about that? Are you scared? Should be scared?
No, I find that when we look at the way artificial intelligence is used today, say in photo recognition or in speech recognition, it's done to enhance, say, the photographs we take or make our life easier to work with. What we're finding is that the business applications for it are still in early days. It's being used in games and strategy. How might it evolve? I think it will take away some of the repetitive tasks that we had to take care of, and it will provide some new opportunities. That said, it's coming at a very fast pace, and so we just have to adjust a little bit faster. But I'm a big believer that the technology that we as humans are creating is going to have to enhance the human experience.
And also we can find here a lot of big companies that have been there forever, other companies that are more young, and new companies that just have just born. So my question is, for these people who are so brave to start this new adventure, what would be your advice?
Find what it is you do best and persist. Huawei is a private company. It was founded 31 years ago in China, and it's today we have 200,000 employees and we're in 170 countries. I joined the company when they'd announced revenue of about 42 billion US dollars, and 3 years later we announced revenue of 93 billion US dollars. So we're a 31-year-old startup that has gone global, and we look at other examples, whether that's a Google or a Facebook, and we see great ideas that have been operationalized and persistently applied. So I encourage every techpreneur and everyone with an idea and a dream to pursue it and stick with it. Once you get past the idea, figure out how to get the operations working so that you can scale.
You're for sure an example. So last question, why DES Madrid?
We have significant operations throughout Europe, and we have a real strong commitment to Spain. In fact, Huawei Spain, we began here 17 years ago with 20 people. Today we're 1,200 people with 5 offices across Spain, and in the next 4 years we're adding another 1,000 people here just in Spain alone. So we have a very strong commitment to Madrid, to all of the cities in Spain, and I am thrilled to see such a large international global conference taking place in this very important city, in this very important country.
Will you come back?
I will be back again and again. If you're inviting me, I will accept it today. Then I'm coming.